So, a juicy new Halo Infinite update is just around the corner, and Halo Studios have just given us their community live stream, which has of course gone in detail about some of the content that we can expect, which is arriving with the summer update and Operation Last Stand. First of all, let's get what we know out of the way. The first thing that was confirmed for this operation, the Mutilator. The Mutilator is the brand new banished shotgun that sports a miniature gravity hammer on the front. This seems like it's going to be quite the devastating power weapon, with the hammer part dealing quite a lot of knockback, not instantly killing with a melee specifically, which to be fair makes sense since I believe it probably has infinite ammo, but that does mean you've basically got a mini pocket repulsor, which I assume will come in very handy on maps with a lot of holes. Alongside the weapon's launch, we're also getting Mutilator Juggernaut, where instead of a regular gravity hammer, the Juggernauts themselves will have the Mutilator and a grapple shot. I'm definitely looking forward to playing this. I really enjoy Juggernaut anyway, so I'm sure this will be a lot of fun. On the topic of modes, we're of course also getting the new Academy playlist, where of course we'll be getting the two new linear firefight maps, both of which are based on the Academy, and sort of tell a narrative as the level progresses. We're also apparently getting Mini Slayer, but everyone has Mutilators, which also sounds kind of fun. Definitely just sounds like it's going to be a nice, enjoyable arena mode. While we're on the topic of the Mutilator, it will actually be customizable on launch, meaning you can apply any of your cross-core weapon coatings to the gun, any weapon charms and weapon emblems, which is really damn cool and something I was hoping for and I know a lot of other people were hoping for. But it's not joining the customization bench alone, as it will be joined by the MA5K, the Needler, the Heatwave, and the Shock Rifle. So we're not getting customization on all of the banished weapons just yet, but it is a start, and I would not be surprised if this is expanded upon the next couple of operations. So that's definitely something to look forward to. Again, this is something that I would have liked to have been there day one, but I'm just happy that it's there at all. So I will be throwing Deathly Poison on everything. Now, before I talk about the rest of the customization stuff, I just wanted to quickly mention the changes with the exchange too. There will now be a section on the exchange that lets you view all of the previously added items, so you no longer need to go through the armor hall, where you can just check out all of the helmets and attachments, all of the coatings, emblems, backdrops, etc, etc. This is again something that I've wanted for a while, glad it's happening. And there is new things, or I suppose returning things, coming to the exchange. We're getting some of the Season 3 Mirage armor, and the Mirage armor that was released with the last major update. This of course including the Hermes helmet. Now this is cool, there's some great updates here to the exchange. However, again, it does bring up the issue that I've mentioned multiple times, which is of course the fact that for a regular player such as myself, someone that has completed all of the events already, that completes them when they come out, the exchange literally has nothing. There'll occasionally be a utility piece, a wrist attachment, and a few emblems, but there isn't anything exciting to work towards, nothing like the Haunted Helmet. We had one reward like that once, and we haven't had anything since, and I think that's incredibly disappointing. There is still a ton of unreleased coatings, weapon coatings, helmet attachments, a lot of stuff they could add to the exchange that a lot of people I know would want to work towards, and I think if they just bump the prices for some of these items up, add a pair of shoulder pads, make them cost 100,000 spawn points, just so people have consistent things to achieve. Because unfortunately I just keep stacking up spawn points, which means whenever something new is added, whenever there's a new operation pass which gives me another 15,000, that's not really that exciting because there's nothing in the exchange to unlock, because I have enough spawn points to unlock them as soon as they come out. So I do think although this update to the exchange is great and it's cool to see some of these returning items, there really needs to be more to it. The exchange is absolutely perfect for new players, but for most of the people that have been playing this game since day one, it really doesn't offer that much, and that's a little bit disappointing. Now looking over at the Operation Pass, for the Last Stand Pass, the purchase bonus is the Commander Agreement Armor Kit, a Sergeant Johnson weapon charm, and a new purple visor. Of course, the kit will likely come with its own coating, I would assume, but this isn't shown as one of the included items. But I'll be honest, this is another thing that I do find a little bit disappointing. I knew this was coming, I knew it was going to be a kit, but there was still a little bit of me that hoped it was going to be an armor core, and I think that would have been significantly better, significantly more exciting. And I also would have liked if it was going to be a kit, which it is, if it was a reward in the exchange instead. Again, make it that long-term progression goal, a bit similar to the hero rank kit. But alas, it's here. If you pay the 1,000 credit to get these items and permanent access to the Operation Pass, which in itself does include some really cool things. This one is 50 tiers, includes one free armor set and 3 premium ones. The free armor seems to take some level of inspiration from the Halo 4 Marines and is definitely a nice set, especially if you're going for more of a milsim appearance for your Spartan. As for the premium ones, our first of these is Scarred Comet, which is of course based on Halo Headhunters, and it even has a glowing red scar on the helmet from one of those red energy blades. The next premium armor set you can unlock is EVA Gen 1, and I know this will probably be the one that people are most excited for. This set is primarily for the Mark 5B, but of course the helmet and shoulders will be cross-core. Now this is the first of 5 Halo 3 armor sets, but we'll come back around to that point in a moment. Our final premium set in the pass is Raider from Halo 4. And again, it is not the only set of Halo 4 armor coming to the game either. Overall, again, this is a solid 50 tier operation pass, comes with some really cool pieces of armor, even comes with a couple of weapon models. The pass also includes a couple of weapon models, one of which is for the bandit rifle and is said to have been more so inspired with Halo 3 in mind. And then we have the Promethean Bulldog weapon model, which takes very clear inspiration from the scatter shot, and I think both of these look really cool. Again, this is 1,000 credits if you want the premium version, which gives you access to 3 of those 4 armor sets and the purchase bonuses, and I do think that seems like a solid deal. It looks like there's going to be 2 brand new armor sets coming to the store when Last Stand drops. Both of these will be available in the Headhunter Constellation Super Bundle, but they will also have their own individual bundles. The first of these is the Liberator armor set, again based on Halo Headhunters. This one has a chest attachment with a similar scarring to the helmet available in the pass. And then we have the Orion Macworld armor set, which I was pretty excited for, though there's just something about the helmet I think that looks a little bit off. That being said, I'll wait to see what it looks like on my own spawns before I make any final judgments on it. But the set for this one is more so based for the Mirage Core, and it is definitely going to be a nice inclusion. Again, this is the Macworld Master Chief armor. It's been available in Halo 2 Anniversary, but this is how Chief was intended to look before Halo Combat Evolved became Halo Combat Evolved. And the Macworld Chief armor will also come with its own weapon model for the Sidekick. And this model is actually based on Johnson's 2 sticks and a rock quote, so it is probably the silliest weapon model in the game, and I'm all here for it. Okay, now as for those Halo 3 armor sets that I mentioned earlier on, they did of course tease the next 2 operations that will be coming to the game after Last Stand, the first of which will be Legacy. Now in Operation Legacy, you'll be able to earn Halo 3 EOD for free. Again, this set is more so for the Mark 5B, but it gives you various pieces that are just updated versions of the armor from 3, and the helmet looks glorious. It's really cool to see this version of it return after such a long time. We'll also be seeing the return of Halo 3 Scout, which also looks great again for the Mark 5B core primarily, but I should also still mention helmets, shoulder pads, coatings, all cross-core now, have been for a while, although Halo 3 Scout will be on the shop. Halo 3 Security is returning, even has the little marathon logo on the helmet. This will also be a shop item. And then finally, Halo 3 Rogue. It is great to see these sets come to the game. So in total, that does bring us to 5 different Halo 3 armor sets. One of which is EVA, available in the Last Stand Operation Pass on the premium tiers for 1,000 credits. One of which is EOD, which will be free in the Legacy Operation Pass, which starts on June 10th, I believe. We don't know anything else about that operation yet. We don't know if it's going to include new maps or new modes. And then of course there is Scout, Rogue, and Security, all of which will be on the shop during that Legacy operation. But then after that, we'll be having the Reclaimer operation. This one is more so based on Halo 4. Now you might have already noticed that the current Last Stand pass is based on both of those games. The free armor set in the Halo 4 pass will be the Venator armor, and these all seem to be more Mark 7 oriented. It won't be coming alone though, as there will be 2 Halo 4 sets available on the shop. The first of which being Photos. I know a lot of people are going to be happy about that since the helmet seems to have a bit of a cult following. And then in my opinion, one that's a little bit more exciting is the return of the Wetwork armor, but as I mentioned, these 2 will be on the shop, Venator will be free. And this operation will start July 8th. Again, we don't know what else is coming with it yet, aside from the cosmetics. There is also going to be some other sandbox changes and other updates here and there. For example, sniper bullets will be able to ricochet. One thing that I do think is very interesting is you will be able to purchase Spartan points with the new operation. I'm not against this. If anything, I just feel like it's kind of pointless. It's so easy to get Spartan points. Again, as I've mentioned, for someone that plays the game regularly too, you'll probably already have almost everything that's in the exchange regardless, so there is definitely no need to buy any. But I suppose it is a nice option for people that maybe are jumping into it for the first time. They see something like the Yokai helmet, they think it's really cool, and they don't want to grind all of those matches. Really, I do think it would be nice to have the option to exchange Spartan points for credits, maybe if it's like 10,000 Spartan points for 1,000 credits. I don't see this realistically happening, but I think it'd be a really cool inclusion. Anyways, as a whole, Last Stand, the summer update seems to be pretty cool. We've got some exciting operations to look forward to, some amazing cosmetics, the Mutilator, a brand new gun, which seems like it's going to be a ton of fun to use, and also some fun new game modes in the form of the Linear Academy Firefight maps. Anyways, I'm curious to hear what you all think down in the comments. Are you looking forward to Operation Last Stand? Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.